When you buy a new mower or anything that is air cooled, you should always take these shrouds off to check if there's a lot of grass and stuff in there, because then the cooling doesn't work. Not cool. So if you have this Briggs & Stratton engine, you'll probably need American, it's not metric, these screws. It's an inch. I think these big ones are 3/8 of an inch, and the small ones, I don't know, I have to buy some because I used pliers to get them off. Ja. Går det?
Ja, det kommer olja.
Ja, det kommer lite olja. Vi ska byta olja.
Det rinner en massa olja.
So while I was changing this gasket, I took the opportunity to check the valve lash or the valve clearance, and it was a bit too much of a clearance. So now it's 0.10 millimeters and 0.15 millimeters here. Most what you find is in inches, so I just googled them, translated. Oh yeah, I just remembered, it's very important to not set these in top dead center, but you put it in top dead center and then let the piston go down 6 millimeters, and because you have a decompression device here, and you don't want to set it right at top dead center. Okay, let's look at it now. Saw that? Just a little bit. Now go up compression, and you're gonna see it makes a small soon. You saw it? Clip. Like dip. So you can't set the valves there. You have to set them when it's loose. I'm gonna double check. That's okay. So there are 2 plugs to open if you want to change oil in the hydrostatic transmission. To get off the wheels on the Husqvarna Rider, it can be quite challenging. Usually all wheels are quite fine, but the front left, especially if you have this rear ejection deck, because all the grass is collected here, so it always rusts right here. Let me get some light. As you can see, the grass is collecting there and it rusts solid. So what I've done is I just put this, because you know there's nothing to hold on to if you want to have a puller, but I put this on here and tighten it up, and I'm gonna see if I can use wherever I put it. Okay, so now I think you get the idea. I'm gonna see what happens now. Yeah, I think it's working. Oh, so I got the wheel off. And as you can see, the inner bearing is still in place, but now it's much easier to heat this up and to get it off. So I'm changing out the bushings and the pin here in the rear axle, and while I am at it, I have drilled and tapped for grease fitting there, so these won't wear out again. Pump in some grease there. And this, the last time I did this, I'll put a link up in the video, but last time I did this I had to take off the brake wire, and no, I think the brake wire was broken anyway, so, but this one time I didn't disconnect it, I just disconnected the hydrostatic lever and these contacts and the belt, of course, and then I just swing it to the side like this, so the brake cable is actually still attached. So I had a huge problem getting this out, this pin out, and you see I had to actually weld a screw here, and then I had to cut it off and get another one there. So the last one I did, I just put a bolt in there and pulled it out. So this one was much harder. But you see, I have the new one in here, and I have new bushings here, and also I put a fitting greaser here, so I can grease this. So I will never have to do that again on this machine. Jag ska försöka filma och dra samtidigt. Du kan värma typ, ja precis där nu. Ja, det blir bra. There we go. So that one really didn't want to move, but I got it out. Then it's just the rest of it. So I got this pulley off, but I couldn't get this one and this one up. So now I'm actually gonna cut off this part here and just press this down into the spindle. So I just used a grinder to get it cut here. I did make a mark inside in the axle, but it won't matter. So now that we got the whole bearing off, this here is supposed to go down in here, and there's inside here there's like a sleeve, so you can probably see if I rotate this side here, yeah, it moves here. So it's going to sit like this, and if I don't want to, I need the support to be here on this inner race, otherwise I can ruin the bearings, the new bearings. And once it's down here, because I didn't get these pulleys off, you will not be able to get these bolts here. So the bolts have to be first there and then put it down. Like that, press it down. I don't have any press, so I have to use a little bit of violence, but I think it will be fine. So it's all together, and you see getting these ones in, nope, wouldn't have been able to do it. Okay, don't want to change bearing because it's too expensive, then this happens. And you have to buy new parts. And this bearing, I think it's 50 kroners, like $5. This part is 50 bucks or 500 kroners. So change bearings. New bearings. This one is a bit stiff, but I checked it out, there's nothing wrong, so I'll have to run it. it's the first time driving the Husqvarna Rider. I have changed the bearings in the cutting deck. I have done some minor adjustments, changed oil in the hydrostatic drive and in the engine, and changed the valve cover gasket, and I did adjust the valves. What else have I done? Yeah, so I've just done some bits here and there, and yeah, I think it's done now, or maybe there's something missing, but I can't really tell.